Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, or welcome. Um, so for this topic, like, I just did a video. I was sitting on the couch. I was hoping this would make a little bit of difference in lighting, but it's absolutely not. So I do apologize if it's too bright. Um, I'm figuring out camera stuff, and I'll get good at videos eventually. But just a quick subject I wanted to do. Like, I just finished a video about business owners and security guards and what, like, as an employee or business owner, what you can ask um, to ask a service dog handler or how to identify a service dog. Um, anyway, so for this subject, I'm kind of just gonna go on and say this is probably a subject a lot of people wonder about. I'm in my pajamas, so I just went out. That was me for the day. I took him out. I took my pet out, and we did some training. That was me for the day. That was it. I'm done. So probably number one, my question myself would be, and something that a lot of handlers would probably ask anyway, is how do you get the motivation to get out and train your dog? Like, some people have way more limits than I would. Um, so like for mobility issues, that's lot of um, a lot of the reason why I don't take my dog out some days. But you're just gonna pop right in there, aren't you, buddy? Come here. But yeah, so my main thing is motivation. Like, how do you get yourself motivated to get out and train your dog? Like, when you're all out of spoons. Eh, Most of us should know the spoon theory. I'm not going to explain it in this video because I'm still learning it. I'm not sure what that was. But I don't really need to see my ugly mug. So, trying to, completely. There we go. Okay. So, um, yeah, I'm sitting on the floor. So like motivation, I'm gonna keep saying the same thing over and over again because again, I'm not good at videos. So like the motivation to get out of your house and go train your dog. Like, I know I haven't done that with him for a while. Like, the only thing he was doing was going to his puppy classes once a week. And that wasn't great. Like he suffered from it. Like he was nervous. He didn't have a lot of confidence when we went out. He was afraid of traffic, which when he was younger and I was taking him out every day, he wasn't. Like, he lacked confidence. He was reactive a bit and barking at things. He stopped barking in the last 2 days because I've been taking him out every day again. In the last 2 days, he's calmed his barking. He hasn't been barking at all. Like, even at dogs that we pass by the fence and they're like going nuts and like yeah, no, he's been amazing ever since I've been taking him out every day. But because I don't like the public, and when I go out I get exhausted so easily, and I'm literally falling over. I look like a person either on drugs or really really drunk, like, without drinking or taking those drugs. So, um, and a lot of my friends and family members understand and know, like, they'll tell you, full on that, hey, we need to finish up or whatever. I'm exhausting you. Like, I get completely disoriented. Sometimes I get like so spaced out. I'm like, where am I? What's going on? I don't understand. And I have really bad dissociative episodes. I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce it. I could be totally wrong on that. Like, I dissociate a lot, and have a lot of those episodes. So, um, again, like PTSD, depression, like, how do you get the motivation to take your dog out? I don't know. Like, you gotta collect those spoons and just go do it, right? And then there's some people that are like, oh, get over it, you're just lazy. Oh, no, no. Uh, like, mental health is a real issue, and there's real problems, and it can be physical. Um, but we're not talking about that. We're talking about motivation. So, motivation. What do I do for motivation? Um, a lot of my motivation will come from himself. Like, his motivation for me would be him reactive, acting reactive or timid of things when I take him out. That is a big, hey, you need to, and excuse me, I'm going to use vulgar language in this video, so if you don't want to listen to swearing, I suggest you click out of this video now. So, how do I motivate myself to get my ass up and take him to go train? That would be my big one right there, is he's timid, he's not acting like a brave dog that I had like a couple months ago when I was taking him out every day. So that's a big one right there to get my ass up and motivated. That is huge to see him not doing well in his training or just totally a completely different dog. That is my number one thing. Get off your ass, go train him. Like, don't get me wrong, we're not lazy. It's not laziness. It's just our brains bringing us down. So it's not laziness at all. Sometimes it's physical for me, like I can't get up and walk. Like, I have a family member that's helping me out by taking my pet dog out. Um, because before I was trying to take her out and then take him out, which was taking a lot out of me. Like, I can't do a lot of work, especially out in public. I can only last so long, and it takes so much out of me. And by the time I'm out for like maybe an hour or two, I'm like completely done, and I just can't do anything. I gotta go sit and be quiet for a bit. But again, so I've got some help with that. The last couple days I have been taking her out just for a quick walk, and then I take him out for about an hour right after. So, yeah, it's probably not helping me out again doing that, but it's probably not helping my pet either, taking her out for like 10-minute walks. I mean, realistically, all she needs to do is get out for 10 minutes just to make me feel better, because I feel so bad if I don't take her out. My camera buddies left me. Am I not good enough? Huh? You just want to go lay around by yourself, huh? Okay. Anyway, but yeah, so that's my number one motivation, is him not acting like the dog he should be, because I haven't had the motivation to get up, which is difficult. Like, I'd be happy to hear anyone else's story who struggles in life. Like, you don't even have to have um a disability or like anything like that. Like, if you suffer from depression or you just lack the motivation to do something, please watch this. And I'm hoping this will help. Um, like, anyone who has a service dog in training and you have mental health issues or physical issues, um, I'm curious, like, how do you do it? How do you get the motivation to get up and go do things? I'm very curious. I will tell you mine, which I just did. So that's pretty much, that should have been at the beginning of my video, but it's in my middle of the video. So my second motivation is I've got an alarm set on my phone. I did this like a couple days ago because or last week, should I say, because Ezio's in the next level of dog training, and in his class, he has a classmate that's like just as obedient and motivated to work just as hard as he does. And I was just like, wow, this dog, like he does everything that Ezio does, but better. And I'm not saying, oh, my dog sucks. He sucks because like, he's not doing it perfectly. No, I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying, oh my God, look at what I've been doing to him and myself. Like, because I've lacked the motivation and the momentum, I guess, and that little push to get me to go train him, because I've been lacking that, he's suffered from it. I'm not gonna say me. I'm gonna blame myself for this. He's done nothing wrong. This is my fault. So, like I said, that dog in his class does everything but perfectly. Well, not completely perfect, but he does it better. So, and the difference is that guy trains him every day. I train him every day, somewhat. Like, I might get him to do like a small thing for like 5 minutes. Like, that's as much as it's, yeah, it's something. Like, hey, don't get me wrong, if you lack the motivation, you're still at your home and you do like at least one thing for at least 5 minutes, good for you. I'm glad you're doing that. It's a start. Good job. And continue to do that. You'll eventually build up to get the motivation to get your bum outside and train. Um, so that was my second part of my motivation to kick my butt and get a fire started. Was to get out and train him every day because, you know what, I want him as good as that dog or even better. So I immediately threw an alarm on my phone for 10:25 or 10 whatever in the morning, because that's at least when it was still semi cool. I mean, today and the last couple days we've had a little bit of rain and cooler temperatures, but it's been muggy. So, 10 o'clock is kind of my golden hour to go out and train him. Don't get me wrong, I will take him out into public, and or if I'm going out of town for a while, I'll take him with me and train him when it's hot, but not outside. I like, if we're going into an air conditioned building, absolutely I'll take him with me. Like, I know where I'm going, so if it's air conditioned, I'll take him with. Don't worry, I've got protection boots that fit him. Yay! Finally found a pair that fit him and his fat feet. But he wears protective boots for the asphalt. I don't know how you pronounce it. Pavement. Ow, hot. So he's got booties. He still wears them regardless of whether he's going in or out of a store, just to protect him from that 5-second walk. It does a lot. Um, but anyway, back to motivation. So the alarm on my phone is a kick in the butt to get out there and go train him. It might not be a lot, and it might be something I'll ignore some days. So far, I haven't, but it's definitely something that's there to remind me and click in my head, hey, get off your ass, go train your dog. So even if I'm like so depressed and just not there at all, and I'm just really having a bad day, if that alarm goes off, I may take a couple minutes to get my brain going, but I do my best. Like, if that alarm goes off, um, and I don't go right away, and I hit snooze, and, ooh, 5 minutes, but I will go out there, like even for like a 10-minute walk down the trail. That's something. You got out, you did something. Like a 10-minute walk down the trail, even if you don't see anyone or anything that would be a training opportunity, You got out, you did something, you worked on something with training, you did it. That's it. That's all. Like, some days I will probably end up doing that. So far, I haven't. So far, as soon as I get out there, because the last 2 days I've been walking my pet, before him, which I only walk her for about 10 minutes down the trail and I turn around and come back because I know it, like, don't get me wrong, I love her to death, but right now it's important and imperative for me to train him right now because he's got a really important job that he's got to do for his future life, and the training is a big thing for him right now. So, again, I take her out quickly, um, come back, take him out, and I'm tired. Like, as soon as I take her out for like a 10-minute walk, 15-minute walk, that exhausts me. But then I get home, as much as I want to sit down and just sit on my ass and just veg out, I grab my treat bag, I grab my water bottle for him or whatever else I grab with, um, and strap it to myself. I get him ready. I put on his vest. I put on his halter, and I get my butt out the door. And most of the time, as soon as I start walking him, I'm like, I'm so tired. I just want to go home. Like, I'll be 5 seconds down the road, and I'm just like, oh, I'm so tired. I just want to turn around and go home. But I don't. I at least make it to the trail, and there's days I really just want to walk him down the trail, turn around, and come back. But most of the time when I get out to the trail, and if there's maybe like one person or two people on the trail, like maybe they don't have a dog, bikes maybe, or a person with a stroller, or just a person walking by, um, that'll usually get my motivation to kickstart and go, hey, let's just go around town and expose them to traffic and expose them to people and dogs and random noises and random things like a fountain. Um, that'll usually get my motivation. And then I come back home and I'm like, holy crap, I spent like an hour and a half out there. I didn't know I was capable of that. And most of us don't know we're capable of it until we get it going. Like, I'm sorry for the lighting, it's absolutely terrible. But that made no difference. Okay. So yeah, that's mainly my motivation right there. It might not be the motivation for you. Other things might work for you, other things might not. Like, other things might do it for you. So don't knock it till you try it, but don't make fun of people for not getting out. Like, it's hard. Uh, it feels you feel heavy. You feel like there's like this chain and all this weight dragging you down under this water and you just can't move. That's what it feels like. Um, it has nothing to do with the people around you or whatever. It's just your brain. It might have to do with the people around you. But I'm not gonna say that. Um, it's mainly just you, your brain, and all the spoons. But if you don't know what the spin theory is, I am not a good person to talk about that because I understand it, but I am not the person to explain it. So if you want to know what the spoon theory is, there's lots of people who do videos about the spoon theory, so I advise you to go check that out or just look it up. But yeah, that's pretty much my motivation right now. Is an alarm and his behavior is my main one. Sometimes I'll see stories online that'll get me motivated and be like, hey, that's a good training opportunity, and maybe I should go check that out and try it out. Because one thing I really, really, really have to do with him would be the um, the training for like get used to dogs. Like every day we've gone out so far, there's been dogs, dogs, dogs everywhere, and he's been amazing. He hasn't barked at all or anything. So I'm impressed with that. But I'd like to walk him past a dog park or take him to PetSmart and just walk him through there on a busy, busy day. So, yeah, that's another motivation I've got to work up to because I don't like people. I don't like going out in public. So, that would be something I've got to work up to. And I've got to get the motivation to ask for a ride to go do that because I can't drive. So, yay. But yeah, so that's my motivation. If you guys have other motivations um techniques, I'd be happy to hear them because I'm always looking for motivation techniques. Um and no, I'm not telling you you're a lazy butthead that doesn't get out and train their dog. No, I completely understand. Like, as much as you think you might be being lazy, because oh, excuse me, because you don't want to go out and train your dog and go out in public, that's not laziness. It's something completely different. So don't let anyone else tell you different. You know what's going on with you. That's it. Nobody else matters. Um, but yeah, so that's my motivation. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. And please tell me all about your motivation and what gets you motivated to get up, get outside that door and train, or get outside that door, go to work, get outside that door and go do something. Like, what is your motivation to do that? Please enlighten me by telling me what you guys do. I'm curious. I'm very curious, and it's great to just share that motivation. Maybe someone else will try it. Maybe someone else will put a little note on their phone or in their calendar and write down an alarm to get their butt moving and tell you to get out that door. And no, I'm not saying, hey, you're lazy, get out that door, set an alarm on your phone. This is how you're going to train your dog. No, I'm not saying that at all. If that works for you, that works for you. That's what works for me at the moment. There's probably going to be days where I can't do much, but yeah. So again, and another thing is I really want to well behaved because my doctor or my psychiatrist and my physiotherapist are amazing people and they have given me permission to take him into my appointments with me. So that is cool and so amazing. And when I first took him in, he was really whiny and he was very fidgety, so I got to work on that. So, and that's what I'm working on. So that's another motivation right there. So I hope this video helped. I hope it's awesome. I this might not be a good video for everyone, but that's my motivation and that's how I get out the door to go train. A lot of people don't like it's really hard. Again, it's not easy. We might make it look easy when we go out and train our dogs, but it's really not. Like it's so hard when we're out and about training. That's like as much as we look happy and we're like focused on our dogs and we're so happy that our dog's so amazing. In the back of our head, we're not good. But yeah. So that's the motivation today. What is it? Monday? Motivation Monday. There you go. Maybe I'll start little videos for Motivation Mondays. There you go. That's something we'll start maybe. But yeah, so I hope that helped. Again, throw in your comments, throw in what you do for motivation. I'll be happy to hear anything. Um, yeah, because I lack the motivation most of the time. So yeah, that'd be cool to hear all that. I hope this video helped in a way. I know I keep repeating myself over and over again. I'm probably really annoying. So yeah, and look how cute this is. I found this on Amazon. I found it online. There's a Zayla hair in it. Isn't it cute? Looks just like it too. I couldn't resist it, so I bought it. But yeah. Okay, so I hope that helped get you motivated a little bit. Again, if you want to look up the spoon theory, I suggest you go look at some videos. I'm not going to link any because I would have to ask permission. I don't know if I have to, but I would. But yeah, so thank you very much for watching and hope to see you guys soon. Bye!